I'm a candidate for Congress in District 21. That's the seat currently held by Lois Frankel. Okay. So tonight I'm going to start off by addressing two very basic questions. Why me, and what am I going to do for you? So there are four things I want you to remember about me. I'm a lifelong conservative Republican. You can see that from my campaign materials. I share your values. Number two, I'll bring to Washington the perspective of an experienced businessman. I earned my MBA at Wharton, which is the same school President Trump went to. And I've started up companies, I've raised capital, I've balanced budgets, and I never missed a payroll. Those are skills sorely lacking in Washington, and I will bring them there. Number three, I'm a second-generation American. My father was a union carpenter with an 8th grade education. I started working as a carpenter when I was 16. That's how I helped put myself through college and graduate school. By the time I was 26, I had gone from blue-collar kid to Wharton MBA. I have lived the American dream, and I want to preserve that for future generations. Number four, my wife and I have raised two fantastic children, and we are married 35 years. And in fact, I am still married to my college girlfriend. And that's valuable, thank you. That's valuable life experience I will bring to Washington. In fact, she's here. Can you wave to the group? So I'm going to say something I've been saying for years. Look at this beautiful woman. She has voluntarily stayed with me for 35 years. So how bad could I be? So what am I going to do for you? The answer is a lot. Yes, I'm going to lower your taxes, but I'm going to do something bigger and better than that. I'm going to preserve a system where if you work hard and play by the rules, you can get ahead, and the government won't take it away from you, and the government will protect your rights. But that's not what we have right now. The radical left is taking control of our government, and they want to take away all of your rights and your money. We have to fight back. We have to get that straightened out. And we will prevail because there's a lot more of us than there are of them. And it's important that we stick together and work together. I'll tell you, every day it's something new that we get from this administration. On the drive over here, I filled up my tank, $4 gas, almost $60 to fill my tank. When my wife and I go shopping in Publix, it's a high-end Publix, but there are empty shelves. And the stuff they do have, it's more expensive than it was last time. That's what you get in Joe Biden's America. But I could just go on and on. I mean, look at the way that law enforcement has been weaponized against us. Now they seem to be all focused on us, vilifying Republicans, while meanwhile we've got about 2 million illegal aliens running around our country doing God knows what. And last week we saw yet another terrorist who snuck into our country do something, something absolutely horrible. And this is somebody the UK knew was a terrorist, and he still slipped in here because the FBI is chasing Republicans instead of terrorists. I'm talking about the guy who held the hostages in that temple in Texas. And so afterwards, thankfully, everyone got out alive. But then the head guy in the FBI in Texas says, oh, this had nothing to do with the Jewish community. What are you talking about? You had an Islamic terrorist with a gun pointed at the head of a rabbi and holding 4 members of their congregation hostage. That has a lot to do with the Jewish community. Obviously, they think we're a bunch of dopes, but don't worry, we're going to straighten this out. Now, and another thing to think about is look at the shabby way this administration treats Israel. That's our best, most loyal, and most worthy ally, and look at the shabby treatment they get. Rest assured that when I go to Congress, Israel will have a friend in Washington. You can count on that 100%. But I can't do this myself. I'm going to need a lot of help. I mean, a lot of help. Lois Frankel has already raised $1 million. I have not. So I need help in many ways. Yes, I do need people to consider donating to my campaign. If you look at the flyer I handed out earlier, at the bottom of it is my website, dan4fl.com. If you go there, you can learn more about me, see my campaign kickoff video. You can also donate to my campaign via that website. But there's many other ways you can help too besides contributing. You can help on a volunteer basis. I'm still putting the final touches on a big volunteer event on Saturday, February 12th, but I'm hoping to get a huge crowd that day to do stuff like making phone calls, stuffing envelopes. I'm lining up a celebrity to be the keynote speaker that day, so stay tuned. But there's just so many ways you can help, and if you can sign up on the website, or come see me, Vicky, or Christian, my social media guy that's filming me right now. See any one of us afterwards. But the critical thing to win this seat back and to win all the other seats back, we have to work together. That's the formula for success. The Democrats have been doing a much better job of organizing and keeping their groups intact. We have to learn from them and learn to be strategic about how we approach this. But one thing we don't have to learn from them, they're also very ruthless and dishonest about how they play, and they cheat. We don't need to do that because there's so many more of us than there are of them, and on top of that, we're the good guys. We don't have to cheat. But it's important we work together. If we work together, we can get those bums out of Washington. If we work together, we can get our country back on track. Again, my name is Dan Franzese. I'm a candidate for Congress in District 21. Let's work together and take back our country. Thank you, everybody. God bless America.